Uh-oh.
It's Funderdome. It's like, but did you tell Rama even what this is?
Nope, I did, but he doesn't remember. It's fine. Let's just keep going.
Oh,
It's
no,
like
wait, no, I know what it is. You're right, yeah. Ray did explain this in detail. I just forgot the name of it.
It's a minute. And also, hey, if anybody has any suggestions for a better name, I
No, don't
shit
change
that out
name.
on the fly.
I'll be
So
mad at you.
I like it.
I'll be mad at you if
Name
you
is
change it to
fantastic.
Funderdome. It's perfect.
It's a mini version of the traditional Who Would Win episode. The combatants will be announced. James this week will have 1 minute to debate. Ray will have 1 minute to debate. James will have a final 30 seconds of rebuttal. And then the judge, TV's Rama Vallury, will decide who wins. Here's your battle. Once again, courtesy of patron Alex, a.k.a. Steel Switch on Twitter. James, you have a Godzilla-sized, bloodlusted Mr. Peanut. Ray, you are repping the Lion Voltron, but all the pilots are drunk on Jägermeister. I mean, well beyond today's legal limit, like Ray after the Detroit Lions lose drunk. Ray, James, you have 60 seconds. Begin.
Look, the biggest threat that a bloodlusted Godzilla-sized, kaiju-sized Mr. Peanut, has at his disposal is the fact that he can do a widespread spreading of whatever he needs to of his particles to initiate the peanut allergy that evidently the vast majority of Americans or people in the world actually have. So sure, he's rampaging through the city. He's destroying buildings. He's doing everything he's doing. And then while he's doing that, and that's who the Voltron line is going to be taking on, he's secretly letting the peanut essence seep from his body to in the air that gets into the Voltron lion. And then that person flying is going to be taking in the essence, initiating and starting the peanut allergy. Never mind all the destruction that the Godzilla-sized Mr. Peanut can do with his cane, and through his monocle, he can focus the sun's beam, shoot lasers through that. That's just too much of a combination. The physicality, laser beam through the monocle, peanut allergy, the cane, game over.
Ray, you have 60 seconds. Begin.
Now, the thing we've already established in the Who Would Win show is that Voltron defeats Godzilla. We've already established that in episode 1 of season 1 of this show. So we have a Voltron full of, they are drunk to the level of me after a Detroit Lions loss. Now, Robert Clark Chan, you've seen that level of inebriation before. Rama, James, you have not. All I would say is there's a lot of very focused rage that comes from me in that state at that time. So when I think of Voltron, already with an advantage against actual Godzilla, much less a Mr. Peanut-sized Godzilla who would not have a lot of the radiation abilities or the breath or any of that, he's going to be in a lot of trouble because focused rage from a Voltron, which can move, speed of light, as James will tell you in a previous episode. Let's face it, the Voltron could probably run itself, even with drunken rage behind it. Those buttons you press, you don't got to aim them, they aim themselves.
And James, your 30-second rebuttal begins now.
Look, we've all been there. We're at the bar. We've had a few drinks, and all of a sudden we see that really disgusting yet somehow enticing basket of peanuts that we just put our hands into and start munching on. That's going to be what's happening with Voltron. He sees Mr. Peanut. He's drunk. He's hungry. There's no food around. What's he going to do? He's going to start eating chunks of Mr. Peanut, which is exactly what Mr. Peanut wants to have happen. By the way, what is drunk Voltron going to be drinking to satisfy that thirst that he gets from the peanuts? Nothing. All of a sudden he's choking and thereby initiating that peanut allergy that he didn't even know he had, but sure enough, he does. And by the way, Voltron Lions all have their own
time. You get nothing else. I am strict, and I will not have any of this going over time.
We need that for the real show.
That's true.
You know what? Write in, send in letters and whatnot, and we'll see what we can do.
An air horn.
And now we go to the judge, Rama Vallury. Who wins in this battle of monstrous legume versus a giant sauced mecha, kaiju Mr. Peanut, or drunk Voltron?
That was the most exciting episode of Who Would Win I think I've ever heard, and it was also the fastest. Now, there are several amazing points here that come into play. Kaiju-sized Mr. Peanut does have a giant cane and a monocle that can blind everybody and harness the power of the sun. The destructive capabilities of this Mr. Peanut are truly wondrous to behold. And the idea of a bunch of drunk and angry Detroit Lion fans in Voltron taking out their rage is also fascinating because you cannot undersell the mechanical abilities of a bunch of drunk folks from Motor City. There isn't a car, a truck, a plane, a train that they cannot command expertly under normal circumstances of sobriety, but somehow they get more powerful the more that they drink. How do I know this? I'm from Chicago. I've seen and grown up with a lot of drunken Detroit fans. Ray knows what I'm talking about here. So I think that the argument that, James, you are proposing here assumes an endemic level of peanut allergy that is severe enough that the entire populace of wherever we're playing is going to be falling over themselves in anaphylactic shock. But you have a Voltron that can go the speed of light and destroy everything. I've watched a lot of Voltron. I've seen Voltron take down many tremendous beasts. And I just have so much faith in the ability of an army of drunken Rays, whether they're in Voltron or supporting Voltron. One more horrible loss by the Detroit Lions, whether Matt Patricia is there or anybody else. Ray, you even put it out yourself and other friends of mine from Detroit. No franchise has wasted 3 generational talents on offense like Barry Sanders, Calvin Johnson, or even Matt Stafford, now Super Bowl MVP, better than the Detroit Lions, which means that the only fan base that could compete in the Drunk Olympics with the Detroit Lions, because of their misery, are the Buffalo Bills fans. So the only thing I think that could stop a drunken Detroit Voltron is just a normal Buffalo Bills fan. So I'm going to say, Ray, you take it with your drunken Detroit Voltron.
Wow. That was a stunning decision. It did feel a little bit like you were supporting drunk driving, or I guess drunk piloting, but that's your choice to make. You are the final arbiter here. So Ray takes this. That's Funderdome.
I got to tell you, the logic is sound.
Yeah, I really like the peanut allergy argument, but without having a member of the Voltron team with a known peanut allergy, that is an uphill battle to climb.
It's gotta be in a wiki
don't
somewhere.
drink and drive, folks.
No.
Don't pilot anything inebriated. Stay sober.
No,
stay
look,
alive.
if you have a chance to pilot a Voltron, it doesn't matter if you're drunk. You're going to take that chance.
If we get to the point that any one of the 4 of us has the ability to pilot a Voltron, likely we are drunk and we've broken into some secret facility. So
Fair point.
In this completely theoretical thing, all bets are off. But in your normal day-to-day life, don't drink and drive. And
if I could say, if I had a chance to pilot a Voltron Lion, I would honestly, if I was sober, I'd just wait till I was drunk and come back and do it then.
Yeah,
that's fair.
You should really hold out for that.
Based off of what Ray's also eaten, there's no way Peanuts would have any, even if he did have a peanut allergy, I think he's just past it now.
Well, he survives on Burger King and Little Caesars, so
yeah,
I think
Peanuts would be like healthy. They might actually,
Peanuts might correct whatever it is that we see before us.
Thank you to our patrons. If you have suggestions for future segments, DM me on Twitter at 999 RPMs. Remember to tag me, because if I don't follow you, I can't see him. Bye.